Hello YouTube, this is Weekend Railroader with the first of Weekend Railroader's Whistlestops, this one from Arlington, Washington. We'll start out in Everett, where on California Avenue something pretty cool was uncovered. While construction was being performed on California Avenue in Everett, old railroad ties were discovered underneath the pavement. It is believed that these railroad ties were part of a railroad spur that served a local meat packing plant. Okay, now off to Arlington. This is the former Northern Pacific Railroad yard at Arlington. Currently, it appears that only 3 tracks are in use, and one of those tracks is used as a siding for maintenance of way equipment. The other tracks appear to have been despiked, disconnected, and appear to be in the process of being torn up. Following the former railroad grade north, the tracks would have passed through this gravel lot, past this location where a historical marker now stands, and past that really cool mural, and then would have continued north on the grade that is now used for the Centennial Trail. Continuing north along the old railroad grade, the former location of a railroad crossing is still marked by the old railroad crossing structure, lights, and crossbutt. Further north on the railroad grade, we find that the Centennial Trail has been extended during the summer over the bridges in Holler Bridge Park. The trail upgrade allows you to cross the river and follow the old railroad grade north for about 3 miles. After crossing the bridge, I veered right onto an unpaved trail. This was the old railroad grade that ran from Arlington to Darrington. It was my goal to follow this path to a railroad bridge, which I had seen both from the road and from aerial imagery, but had never actually visited. The fall colors were beautiful, and it was quite interesting to see the old railroad signs that had been left along the right-of-way. Due to the fact that this trail is isolated and a bit out there in the woods, I would recommend bringing a friend if you decide to explore this trail. Being out in the woods alone, without protection, can be dangerous. Finally, I reached my goal, the old railroad bridge. The bridge is made up of 2 steel through-truss spans and has had its deck planked over, presumably for vehicle access. As I was alone, keeping safety in mind, I ventured only a few feet out onto the bridge deck. Then, it was time to head for home, and along the way I met a very friendly grouse. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching the very first episode of Weekend Railroader's Whistlestops.